The great Roman orator Cicero once said that the person who knows no history remains forever a child. Mongolia, 1162. A child is born to the nomadic Borjigin clan. At age 36, he unites scores of Central Asian tribes. In 1206, Genghis Khan founds the Mongol Empire and invades China. The Mongol Empire grows to become the second largest empire in world history. A MacEwan history degree is more than a list of old guys and dates. History seeks to understand how the world came to be. How did we get here? France, July 14, 1789. A Parisian mob stormed the Bastille prison and ripped it down stone by stone. They decapitated the prison governor and paraded his head through the city on a pike. Encouraged, peasants throughout the French countryside burned manor houses and feudal documents in what was then known as the Great Fear. We know it as the French Revolution. Though violent, it was also triumphant. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen is the foundation for modern human rights and liberal democracy. Everything has a history, so historians study every aspect of the world, including politics, economics, war, art, and music. They study life. Cultural, intellectual, religious, and just plain old day-to-day life. A MacEwan history degree begins with a study of world history that puts everything into context. Then, a more comprehensive look at American, Canadian, and European history gives students perspective on the modern Western world. Armed with a broad range of historical knowledge, students then branch out into more specific areas of study. Topics including the British Empire, Canada in world affairs, and conflict in the 20th century. All the time learning who we are by examining where we've been. A MacEwan history graduate not only has a grasp of history, but skill in research, analysis, and writing, not to mention the ability to manage and analyze huge amounts of information. History grads work in libraries, museums, and archives, as well as government, colleges, and universities. A history degree is also a perfect foundation for further education in business, journalism, or law. All history grads use their understanding of history as a groundwork for an unlimited number of further pursuits. I mean, really, what better foundation to build on than the whole of human history? That's a lot of big names that got your back. Grads have gone on to use their skills in every business. Greg is a member of the Canadian Embassy in Moscow. Pam runs a consulting firm. Bob started a multimedia company. Naomi practices law. The list goes on and on. 1963. Racial tension in America is at an all-time high. A large demonstration is planned to voice the concerns of blacks in America. The result is the March on Washington, where Martin Luther King's speech gives new life to the civil rights movement. It's regarded as one of the finest speeches in American history. His words resonate today.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
A generation which ignores history has no past and no future. Robert Heinlein. Look back, move forward. Get a degree in history from MacEwan.